A new town master plan reached its final draft stage in 2003, and this plan contains an element which commits Maplewood to a policy of promoting stable racial integration within our borders. I think that's a first in New Jersey, and it may well be a first in the United States of America. We have now institutionalized in our master plan that very thing which makes us famous in the New York metropolitan area.
Right.
Of course, we wouldn't be here if we didn't think that Maplewood can and should be improved. And we do. And your township committee is committed to that. So now I want to focus on the vision. That which we want to accomplish in 2004 and beyond. As Ms. Leventhal mentioned, taxes are a big priority. You probably know that the Star Ledger reported some time ago that considering property taxes and income taxes together, we, Maplewood, are among one of the most tax-strained communities in the area. We need to do something about that, especially to protect our senior citizens on fixed income. Sure, our market values are going up, but if our taxes continue right behind, is that going to continue? Well, I don't know the answers to that. Let's do something about it before that happens. There are no short-term fixes. We're going to work hard on efficiencies in the government, but the big bucks are elsewhere. Our hope is that Trenton is going to fight its way free of politics and find a way to enact real property tax reform. There's some reason to believe that Trenton is actually going to get closer to that. And this has always been an area of special interest and very special effort by David Newman. And he's going to continue in that role, and he is going to take the position of the township special liaison to the state for this purpose. But you know what? We can't wait for Trenton. We've got to do something here ourselves about our own tax problem. And one way to do that is to make a significant difference through economic development. Now, how much do we need for economic development? Well, to give you one benchmark, Mr. Steve Latz, who is chair of the Board of Education Finance Committee, recently said in Maplewood that the only viable solution to the rising school taxes in this district is creating several $100 million more commercial rateables between Maplewood and South Orange. Well, can we do that? Well, we can try. If Maplewood increases its rateables by $100 million, that would produce approximately $3.5 million in additional revenues to offset town, schools, and county taxes. That may be overly ambitious, but it's something that's worth shooting for. And how are we going to go about this? Well, in my mind, the first thing we do, as we've said in the past, is to hire a professional economic planner. Someone with a track record of turning towns around in the revenue department. Someone who can assess an area, knows what fits, what matches our demographics, what will happen to the traffic patterns, how much parking we need. That's something we need expert advice on. We need somebody with a history of working with developers to make sure that the town gets good deals. It's going to cost money to hire such a person. But I don't know of any good business that ever made money without investing money. And we're going to follow that business model as other successful towns have done. So what else can we do to help ourselves? Well, again, as alluded to by Mrs. Leventhal, we can strive to regionalize and consolidate our services with other towns. Some of you may know that Governor McGreevey told us all to look in this direction in his speech to the municipalities on November 20th in Tennessee. We're going to work on this again. Tomorrow morning, 8:30, Mrs. Leventhal, Mr. Pettis, and I are going to meet with Mr. Rosen and several other representatives from South Orange to begin exploratory talks. We envision coming up with a joint resolution in January, committing both towns to these kinds of efforts and setting up regular meeting dates. You'll be hearing about this. The potential savings here could be considerable. And I've spoken about that for a lot before, so we know that people are aware of this possibility. Now, none of this is going to help with your taxes in 2004. In fact, because of the new school teachers contract, because of of our new union contract, because of the need, the absolute need to build a police building, our short-term prospects aren't that great. But the programs that I've discussed here today, if we do them right, if we work hard on them, should have a real impact in the near future. That's my opinion. This township committee wants to be proactive, wants to be creative, wants to be known for thinking out of the box. So in order to do that, one of the things we've done is we've assigned 10 areas of special responsibility and assigned one person on this committee to each area, two each of the areas. And the reason is because with one person in charge, we think there'll be clear responsibility and an opportunity for individual creativity. So here are the areas, and here are the assignments. Economic development, Mr. Profeta. Finance, Mr. Hewlett. Regionalization, Mr. Profeta. Legislative reform, Mr. Hewlett. Funding, Mrs. Leventhal. Government efficiencies, Mrs. Leventhal. Code enforcement, Mr. Pettis. Recreation, Mr. Pettis. Cultural affairs, Mr. Gravin. Schools and children, Mr. Gravin. Now, some of these areas coincide with committee appointments that you may see on the Some do not. Some may lead to new committees. This whole thing is going to be a work in progress. Public safety is a primary responsibility of municipal government. We are committed, all of us, to continuing the strong support for our excellent firefighters and our police officers. And to the police, let me say some special words. We know your present facilities are a disgrace. You're going to get what you're doing. The only items that remain under discussion are the proper site and the proper size of this building. And these matters are going to be concluded shortly. The Township Committee is also committed to your getting a new contract. Under this contract, your pay will no longer be at the bottom of SSQ. We would like to break through. Right now, we're engaged in a mediation process that's stalled. We want to break through that process and reach a mutually satisfactory agreement very soon. Finally, you should know that this township committee will always recognize your bravery and special service. We know that you encounter dangerous situations for us on a routine basis. We appreciate that. We want to show us. Thanks for it. By the way, in which individual citizens, both men and women, can help us with in the area of public safety. You know, we hear a lot of complaints about children misbehaving in the village and in our parks. Well, the agency which is the most effective in dealing with misbehaving children is our police auxiliaries. But we only have 9 of them. It wasn't too long ago that we had 35. We need people to step up, take the training, and relieve these regular officers of functions which are not related to active crime prevention. Please call the police to get an application, or you can visit the auxiliary website, which is linked directly to Maplewood online. The Council Committee is going to be working on ways to provide incentives